Meanwhile, Donald Trump apparently got the message that there could be criminal charges emanating from this, and he will not have the protections of being a president 14 days from now. Well, I guess it's now 12 and a half days from now, maybe 12 days to the minute. It's pretty close. And so Donald Trump found it within himself to go out and make a speech that he released via Twitter. And I wonder how many takes it took, because they did that thing that I find really annoying where they do the head-on shot.
Yeah,
and then they do the side, like old MTV style shot that they use in interviews to cover up a cut. So one wonders how many times he had to do this, but let's just play a little bit of it because frankly, let's play it because this
is the day he became president, Sam. The day he became president.
I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay. We have just been through an intense election and emotions are high, but now tempers must be cooled and calm restored. We must get on with the business of America. My campaign vigorously pursued every legal avenue to contest the election results. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. In so doing, I was fighting to defend American democracy. I continue to strongly believe that we must reform our election laws to verify the identity and eligibility of all voters and to ensure faith and confidence in all future elections. Now Congress has certified the results. A new administration will be inaugurated on January 20th.
All right. Well, I just wanted to stay to that. That's clearly there was a problem. But look.
Because he probably goes off on some tangent and they have to cut that. Like, you can't say that. You can't call them beautiful people as they shatter glass and put their feet up on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
Now's not the time to remind people that you think you won. That's what was going on in that moment.
Right.
But I mean, look, this should in no way inhibit the actions of making him pay. In addition to not calling out the National Guard, it's unclear what his role was in preventing the National Guard from coming out or from providing extra security the days beforehand. That should be investigated. On top of which, we also know that this guy stood in front of the Capitol and said, "I'm going in there with you."
Yep. He lied. He instead,
of course,
drove back home and probably turned on whatever the 1 p.m. programming on Fox News is and sat down and ate his McDonald's. Like, he didn't actually want to contribute and be a part with the plebeians and go and storm the Capitol, but he incited them to do it.
Yep.
And this is exactly what you're saying, Sam. It's an ability for him, or he's trying to get out of legal repercussions by weaseling his way out of it and trying to backtrack. You can't do what has already been done. I mean, luckily, we have Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer saying they're going to hold him to account. I have less faith in the Biden administration, certainly.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We will talk more about that with Ben Dixon in just a moment.